Good evening, everyone. You're very welcome to Bridges of Light this evening. Ciao to my Italian friends. After that, I don't know. That's the extent of my language skills. This evening, we will take a little time before we actually get starting into the process that we have said we were going to do, because last week I said we'd dedicate this evening to reading cards, and I think it's probably something that might be an ongoing. The tentative plans is that we will dedicate the last Friday of the month to doing card reading, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And the card reading that I do, I'm not into the fortune telling, I'm not into the tarot. I feel any kind of work within this field of work is about healing, and I always feel that we just need to get in touch with the element of our own essence, and to do that, as far as I'm concerned, the main body of that is with our guides. Our guides are with us through thick and thin, without any complaints, without any objections. And you can imagine what it's like. I can imagine what my guides are like, because they never know what I'm going to do. Hi Marie, how are you? Lovely to see you here this evening, and thank you for your earlier confirmation of going to be here. When we talk about our guides, one of the things that we hear an awful lot of questions on it is that I don't know my guide. I haven't seen. Hi Sonia. I've never seen my guide. I've never, Paul. I've never seen my guide. It doesn't matter whether you've seen. Hi Helen. Whether you've seen your guide or not, be aware of their presence, because they actually make you aware in different ways. It's not like you could turn on the TV and they're going to be there in front of you. I've never actually seen my guides. I'm very aware of them when I'm working with them, and when we have our special time together. I'm very aware of them, and it's through that awareness that I actually really value what I receive from them. Helen, Alicia, how are you? Fran, Paul, yeah, that's okay. Just to keep tabs, because one of the things as I said, we'll do the cards, but the way we will do it is, and I need to write a bit now as we're going, because we're going to try and get through as many as possible. And I'll go back, Alicia, Helen, Fran, Paul, who else did I? Marie, yeah. And now, Sonia. From I moved house, I haven't got my Wi-Fi set up yet, and it'll probably be a number of weeks. So I'm in my daughter's home, as you can see with my grandchildren's photos up there. There may be noises. It's kind of very close to the people that park their cars here. So one of the things is just to stay focused on what is happening within our group, and that's the important thing. Okay, I have everyone's name down here. Anyone that was here with me last week, I was struggling. It was the phone I had, and the phone is a nightmare to work with, for me anyway, but technology is a nightmare for me at any level. But it wasn't scrolling. You know, with the iPad, it scrolls up for most of it. All right, I do have to occasionally run it up, but generally it scrolls up. And I had this name Carol, And Carol kept coming back, and I asked everyone in the beginning, because she had come in beforehand, that a Carol in the spirit world connected to someone that was going to be here. So no one that I could see took ownership of poor Carol. So that was okay. At the end, I generally try to go through the comments as when we're finished, or if not when we're finished, then the following day. And here was poor Carol with Giselle, and Giselle was down the line, and it didn't scroll up, so I didn't actually get the message for Carol. So I promised Giselle. We have Alicia, Paul, Naveen, how are you? And Barbara, right. And Barbara, okay. I'll just talk for a moment or two and then I'll get started, because we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 names here. So we'll get started pretty quick. But it just shows that it was afterwards when poor Giselle had put up on the screen that her she could take Carol, but because it didn't roll up, it didn't come up in my view. So, you know, technology is great with what can be done, but it's not all perfect, and neither are we. So 2 imperfections doesn't work very well. Okay, what I'm going to do, as I said, this is about linking into your guides, because very often, I said earlier, we don't know that they're present with us because we don't see them and we don't hear them. But if you stop and think for a moment, that energy is something. If you think of the wind blowing, we don't see it, but when it blows, it lets us know that it's there in full force. And that's what I feel with the power of spirit, the power of your guides, and all of this energy work. It's there to actually make their presence felt in a different way to what we, on a day-to-day basis, we meet when we're out and about, or in our homes with our families. So this is why I felt this is the way to go with the card readings, because people are very often in need of support, in need of I suppose it's guidance. But I always say, with guidance, just use your own ability to realize what guidance it is you actually need, or what you take on board. And that's what's always important, because if someone is saying to you, do this or do that, you disown responsibility for what your actions, if you follow through on what someone else said you should do. Take the responsibility, because this is about the power of your spirit, and this is what it's all about when it comes to any work, any guidance, any recognition that comes from the spirit world. They give it, but it's for you to decide. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I have Giselle, but Giselle hasn't joined us yet, because she has young children that I told her, I was in touch with her afterwards, and I told her that I think, Marie, you're first on the list. So what I'm going to do is try and get through everyone, because I know there'll be ones joining us as we go. It's one card we're going to work with, and that card will take us wherever we're meant to go. So the first thing you're going to do is I am going to split the deck, and then we're going to work with it that way, so that you get a card to choose. I've been working with these now. Earlier on, I've been working with choosing, shuffling and putting my energy into them. Okay, I have two packs here now. I've split them in two. Okay, now you tell me my right hand or my left hand, which you want, Marie. And I know there's a short time lapse, but just tell me which deck you want me to work with. This one here or this one. And we will get going. So everyone will know now what to do. I have a frog in my throat today, so left. Okay, lovely. That wasn't too long, because sometimes it's just hard to know. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle them again, and this time what I'm going to do is, I don't see the card. You can see the cards. I don't see the cards, but I trust our team of workers. I trust them that they are guiding by influence. Okay, so now this is the pack of cards, and I'm going to pick the card now that your guide is going to relay the message through. Okay, so as I go through them here. The Ring of Stars and the space is your family here. The Ring of Stars, when you're working with space, you're talking about it's a set within the family of cards, of these cards. It's about illumination. It's about what I've said to you a number of times before. It's the number 5 on it. It's all about being time to shine your light, and that's what you need to be doing now at the minute, Marie. Because plain and simply, you could keep going on and on and on, repeating the same thing over and over again, and at the end of the day, it's the journey is your lifetime to seek enlightenment. That's the journey you have been on. Just be aware of the enlightenment that's there within you, that you don't need to keep on. You don't need to keep gathering. You gather, and then you spread. You sow your seeds out. But you need to keep doing it, because that creates more and more and more wisdom, more knowledge, more. It's like an appreciation of life, and the appreciation of life is about really looking and seeing the what the hard times has reaped into your life, because you've had hard times, and we know that. And what at the end of the whole reel of life, you will be able to look and see what it is that the challenges that you went through, what you came out with, because it always does come in with it. We'll say a rose coming in. It comes with that lovely realization that it wasn't all hard work, that it was at some stage you had so much that you were able to come afterwards to go out and help other people. And I think that's what this whole group of family, Space Family, is about. It's about sharing, it's about support, it's about shining the light. And this is where and it's a natural for you. It really is a natural for you. It's not something that is alien to you. So it's time to look at it. There also we have blue here that will bring in the healing, and it will bring in the that lovely peace. It will bring in that. If you look at the diamond, I'm showing it as if you're sitting in front of me. Can you see it there? If you're looking at the diamond there, that is very beautiful. It gives you the strength. It also gives you the clarity. You know, the diamond. The diamond has to have. There's so much of clear. You have that. You have that in you. So don't hold back. Acknowledge what's there for you. Acknowledge the essence of your guidance, the essence of your spirit, the essence that you're connecting with your guide. Because knowing you, Marie, I know that I know the essence is there, connected already. You don't have to be told that. But it's coming to the time now where there needs to be a little bit of work. The key needs to be turned now, and not kept out of the door lock. Just needs to be opened, and it needs to be taken into your daily life. I want to put these the right way around. Okay, that all right. Now, who have we next? Alicia. Okay. I have these cards. There's some of them. That's it. It was the two decks being put. So you can already sort out if you want. No, that's it. Now they're all the one way. Right. Tony. Oh, we have a large with Belinda. Anna, Kira, Mariella, Sarah. Yeah, we're up to what we're doing here is, and I probably need to stop talking. That would be a miracle. We'll do it quickly. Now, Alicia, as I say, I'm splitting the deck. For some reason I had to go back to it. Okay, right or left, you can see that the cards there, it's okay. So Alicia, if you choose and just write in what you pick. And Sabrina, how are you? Sarah, we will eventually meet up again. Mariella, we'll just try and get through these fairly quickly then. We have 13. Right, please go, grand job. Now, that's the smaller one. So we'll just shuffle it again. And then we'll pick. Okay. Your cards, you can see them. So now what I'm going to pick for you is this one here. It wanted to hide, Alicia. So the worst thing anyone can do when it comes to being picked out is to try and hide. Sky Dancer. All right. Another space card. And as you see, they're all different. The elements are different in it. This is the Sky Dancer. And what we have when we have the Sky Dancer is a leader. Someone who has the ability to inspire others. Someone who has the ability to actually work at a level that will bring in people towards you. You've always done this, but you shy away when it comes to. You shy away a bit when it comes to personal. So what's happening here? You're being told that it's okay. It's okay. That was when it was needed. Now it's more important to actually shine your light no matter where you are. You're another illuminator. You're a space card. This is where they come in. The illuminator comes in for helping other people. But you can only help other people when you help yourself. That's the important role. That unless you actually give yourself the time and space to grow within in the spiritual journey, if you keep giving to people, it comes to the point where you have nothing else to give. So just spend a little time. I feel you already do meditation, but spend a little more time dedicating that meditation to your heart. Allow it to replenish the energies that you have spent and overspent, because other people tend to take your energy, and that's not a good. It's not good for you in the long run. You just need to have the ability to say no when it comes to energy, because every time we say yes or no, we're actually giving our energy. We'll say sending out, or we're keeping. So I have a word called yes-itis. I suffered from it for a long time, but I don't suffer too much from it now. It's saying yes to everything. So the word no-itis is actually far better to use and far more productive for yourself than it is for constantly giving to other people. So if you're Sky Dancer, what's happening there in the card is that you're actually you're throwing down onto the earth. You're throwing down all the essence of love, the essence of everything. I have that. Yeah, it really bounces off the card, Alicia, because it's like you're giving everything to everyone, and now is the time to suffer from no-itis. Remember that word, because I don't know what it is in Italian, but in English it means plain and simply no. All right. I'm a bit uncomfortable here because of the way this is set up, but when I start sinking down in the chair, you know what, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, Alicia, thank you for working with me. And who's next? Helen. You're next, Helen. I have gin in that glass, so it's great for replenishing the energy. Spiritual enlightenment, they call it. I'm mad enough without the gin. I don't know what I'd be like with it. All right. I always managed to have one that's turned. Okay, so I'm just splitting the two now. And this is Helen. All right, right or left? You just write it up on the screen and it'll come up. I can't wait too long now. Okay, I have to move on. Helen, Fran. If I'll just shuffle them again. I can't be waiting because there is so many online now at the minute. Helen, I'm just after shuffling them. I'll come back to you after, okay? Because we need to get through as many as possible to make it work for everyone that's given the time here. Right. Okay. Now, I've been near enough. I'll put that another one over. Fran, right or left? Helen, you had already written it up, had you? I'll come back to you on that. Because it didn't come up in blue. Marie's came up very quickly, and so did Alicia's. Okay. Right, I don't know what's happening because it had come up quite quickly before, so we'll just have to, I don't want to have to shuffle them again, Helen, because I'm not going to use the energy that was going to Fran. And I don't want to be looking at them. So I just split it, and for some reason it's a different way. So this is, it's right, you said. Fran, Tony, Fran's didn't come up that I see here, because No, it didn't come up. All right. Now I'm just going to pick, and here we're on Helen, right? It's harder to work when it is like this, but at the same time, it's workable. Now, the air dragon. Oh, the air. Right. Lovely. Now, up there with them. What you have there is the dragon. If you just look, and I don't know whether you can see it. Okay. You're having in that. There's fire need, like anything to do with air. It's very easily influenced by its environment. Very easily, how would I put it? It's very easy to take the wind out of your sail. Isn't that a saying that we have here? It's something you actually need to work with. In what I'm getting in is that the wind has been taken out of you, and in a way, you find it difficult to actually stay still, to stop allowing yourself to keep going. It's oh, right, and it didn't show up here, Helen. It didn't show up. Okay. Yeah, Helen was just saying that the internet went on me, but it didn't freeze now here. The dragon is there to kind of give you that energy, but at the same time to allow yourself to actually be, I suppose, more grounded. Because one of the difficulties when the air family comes in, air wants to be all over the place. So the grounding is very difficult. It's very hard to be able to see that you need to stay in situations without actually being active all the time. The benefits you will have will be to actually stand still for a few moments, but take time to stand still, not to actually feel that you have to be doing things. Now, I've been influenced there to tell you that all that goes on when you sit to meditate, what goes on is your mind keeps coming in. The best way to work with the mind keeping interfering is to get a candle, meditate with your eyes open. Because what happens for some people when they close their eyes, they go everywhere. And this is why this card has been picked today, because it's like that your mind is overly active, and you're able to do all sorts of things with your mind and your imagination. Get a candle, put it in an area in the center of the floor and sit, but watch that flame and stay with it. And that will actually help your mind to step back. It'll help it to be far more calm in itself, and it'll allow all the information to come in, because they're very much present for you and waiting for you to actually get in there with that work. And I don't know anything about your work. I know we've met, but I don't know anything about you. So what I can say to you is that it's something you have to actually consciously sit down and do, and not allow anyone or anything to distract you off the course that you actually want to be on. Okay, they're very strong in that. So just listen. What way you heed it, that's your choice. It's not. It's. I just pass on the message. I'm the messenger. Okay, I'm the message girl. Put off on the bike. All right. Right. Who have we next? And Paul. Is Paul here? Yes, my head is all over the place. These mad times. Yeah. I know it's difficult at the minute. Hi, Evelyn. Paul was next on the list. Okay. Who have we asking a question there? I do see who's asking the question. It doesn't come up with your name. I don't know what's... Evelyn started here. You're welcome, Helen. Evelyn started, yes, Paul, okay. Evelyn started doing sessions here on Bridges of Light Wednesday evening. Very, very good. Great motivational speaker. So when Evelyn's on again, we'll just tune in, because well worth spending the time. Just, it's about you. It's about helping yourself on the journey, and everything has its place. And we have the different people online here now to help us on the journey. So don't let it pass. You have the opportunities. I'm just turning these. I'm talking these and I should be. Okay. Paul, right or left? Right. Good man. You're there in the ball. Now we'll try. We were 4. We're about halfway through. No, that's the right way up. I had to put them up, so for some reason I was going to pick one, and then no, I was taken back. Right, growing wild. Paul, we'll have to see what this card is going to be about. All right. Growing wild. Growing wild. This card, I love this card. I love it. It's when you I should show it to you, I suppose. We have what I would call a little cherub, and everything is blossoming from it. It's about new beginnings, and it's an earth sign. So what you have in with the growing wild card, there has been so many different events in your life that's coming now to one main event. And it's like the doors now is starting to open, because you have to be in the right place for the right time to allow things to happen. They don't happen accidentally. They happen incidentally. They happen in a way that you have, it flows. It's not a journey that's going to have the hiccups that you would have had in the past. This is the journey that you're going to be very much, very much wanting to be in the right place. These are the points now where you're going to start looking in the right place. And I know there has been changes in your life. I know there has been, we'll say, upset in your life, but allow time for yourself to feel. Allow that. That's the biggest obstacle there is. It's something that's very, it can challenge, but it's what opens the door. It more or less closes the door from the past and allows you to open the door into the future without having to keep taking the baggage from the past. Okay, there's also healing coming in with this card. And if you look at the flowers, there's lovely pink, deep pink and yellow. So you have more than one guy coming in at the minute. It's about being aware of the healing, especially in the back area and lumbar area, or upper lumbar. You just need to pay heed. They're telling you in different ways. Okay, lovely card. It's growing wild. It's a card that's about new beginnings. It's about new. It's about opportunities. Okay, lovely. Thank you. Now, We have next poll. Sonia. Sonia. What is he? I think Sonia was in next. I know I wrote Marie's in. As I say, sorry with interruptions that I've no control over. Sorry, I have to. I've locked my grandson out. Sorry. My poor grandson was locked out because I left the key in the door. Right. So I am with Sonia. I think you had some troubles with your line. Okay. I didn't hear any answer. Mariella, I don't know what the problem is. It hasn't been freezing or how many of you had trouble with the line? If you just say yes, if you just type yes in, it'll give me an idea, and then maybe we'll just do something different today. And you wrote left. Okay. Paul, just if you write, have you had trouble? Has there been any breaks? I can hear, or can't you listen to her? I can hear you very well, Sabrina. Yes. Wrote ready. Okay, and it didn't come up, Tony. Is it usually we can hear you? Yeah. So there's some messages not getting through them. Okay, right, Maria. So where are we? We are with Sonia. Sonia here. Above Paul. California, here we come. Are you online? Are you here present? That's the difference. I know Sonia has checked in with us all right, but I can hear. That's fine. Is that Sonia? I can hear you. Just because it's difficult enough to work it this way, but okay. Grand Sonia. Right. Well, the only way I could do it really fairly was to actually take the names as he came online, because it's just kind of too haphazard otherwise. Now, I'm going to do the split. I'll do another shuffle because my mind was kind of on what was happening there. Hopefully you're able to get, as I say, it's just, it can be being in different areas. It's probably about 2 more weeks before I get my internet back online. Okay, so now we have 2, and for Sonia, is it right or left? Lovely, Belinda. Yes, and sunny Eastbourne is right. You're by the sea. So, right or left. Doesn't matter that they're upside down. Have you chosen? Loud and clear in California. Lovely. Comments goes up very quickly, and they come up in different order depending. Plus it can be delayed a bit. Yeah, I kind of found that left, so we're going on this one. Okay, lovely, Sonia. I kind of found that out all right with when we were doing some work before, that it does take time to it takes time. Sometimes there's a delay, and then I suppose maybe it's on hello Mara, it's on depending on the time of day, which is a lot of people probably online at this time here, because we're an hour behind you in Italy. Now, I am going to pick one of your cards. I'll pick this one here. The Water Dragon. I always think, even that when we look at it, I think of the water as being an emotional, but it's actually, with these cards, it's not so much the emotional, it's more, the title they give it is that it's reflective and it's adaptable, which you can imagine, like it is, the water, still water it reflects back. It also, as I say, I do keep my, what would you call it, my belief on it too, that it is emotional. Here you have the Water Dragon, and you never see a dragon happy anyway, but he looks as if he's enjoying it physically. You won't see a happy face, but you'll see him enjoying. When you have fulfilling your dreams, and this is what as I say, he's there, he's in the water, and he's like paddling around and floating around as if, yeah, I haven't a care in the world. This is where your emotions and you're at a stage where you have been that up and down. It has been difficult. It has been a situation where you had to stand back. There was something happening that you actually had to stand back, and this is where it's difficult for you, because what the feeling I'm getting is that when you have something going on close to you, it's very difficult to be objective, and it's very difficult to actually be able to see things objectively. Don't allow yourself to be pulled into something that's not actually yours, because everyone has to work out their situations. They have to. You have to learn, I suppose, the fact of being able to stand back and hold on to the emotions that you're feeling, and allow the situation to evolve slowly and surely. And there's going to be a time where taking that step backwards is actually going to help, rather than feeling that you did nothing to help. By standing back at this point in time, it's going to be a massive benefit to you later on. Okay? Thanking you, and we will do now. Who have we now? Naveen, I hope I'm saying that right. Naveen, are you still around? I don't even know how many we've 13 on at the moment. I like it, Tony. We definitely have a good scope around the world between California. Yes, you're here. Okay, lovely, Naveen. The strange thing about it is that when we do the cards, and what we do when we're reading a card is put in, lovely. You're likely to be called Janet. Anyone that knows me, I can really mispronounce words at times. But yeah, no, it's a lovely name. It's a yeah, be interested in the card you have now. That'll be interesting. But yeah, when we do cards, we work with them and we actually put energy into them. So when it comes to, that's why I wouldn't deal a card or put a card out if I was shuffling them and someone else's, for someone else. So that's why I was kind of a bit awkward there earlier on. Now, right or left? Right, please. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the right. All right. All right. Okay. Now we'll shuffle again. I'll see the card that comes out. Okay. I'll get the molds spread out there. Okay, so now I am going to go with this one here. That was the first one that popped. Fresh water. The water. Yeah, it is cards. Yeah, we will see, Anna, we will see how we get on. You have fresh water. So fresh water is, you're able to see the card there. When you're looking at fresh water, you're looking at an awareness of how you actually, it goes back to the emotion. And I say I can't ever get away from the emotions and water. It's like making a new beginning, starting again. But this time, what's happening for you is that you're not going to take the baggage from the past. What you've learned from the past, you're taking that with you. You're not using it against yourself or indeed anyone else. You're taking the learning that you had from the past experiences, and that's a major learning process, because it also allows you, when you take on board learning from the experience of the past, it allows your spiritual aspect to actually come to the fore. And it's like you're not investing a lot of emotion, let it be negative or even I suppose passive emotion. You're not allowing it to influence you going forward. There's a lot of what I feel there too is there's a lot of change coming in, a lot of change that's actually going to be happening on a kind of regular basis now over the next year or so. So it's like you are going to have the highs and the lows, but not the lows I don't see coming at any great speed. You know, you have crests of wave, you have the calm, but there's always that evenness that will balance out. So just allow yourself that space. Allow yourself to have to go with it. You're going to have, if you look at the card, you can see in a bubble in the card, you can see a fetus where it's nice and cozy in there. Just give strength, give acknowledgement to your own strength. Give acknowledgement that you're able to go forward, you're able to do things that in the past you would never have entertained the idea. So it's a lovely card. It's a lovely card to get. I know. I think I want to. Barbara. Is Barbara here? Paul, I'll tell on you. Is Barbara here? Barbara was with us in the beginning. People have to come and go, and that's the. But this video is you can get it on the website. You can get it on Bridges of Light afterwards, and it's there, but I think it's forever there. You're welcome, Nadine. it's the thing of you'd be able to search through it, but it's pretty high up at afterwards. So if you need to get anything off it, okay, I just don't see Barbara coming up. As I say, it is unfortunate there is a time delay in it. Okay, we had gone. Barbara, if you're still there, type in your name and it'll come up again in blue. Right, Marie, Tony, you were next in. All right, and I think Tony's still here. We'll go with Tony, and I know Tony has been keeping an eye on me. I had to take a call. I hope I didn't miss you. Great. Right, Tony, we are... Fran, we had to continue on. We just, you know... Okay, when my mind wanders, I need to dedicate the time. When my mind wanders, I just have to make sure to put the energy right in the cards. Okay, no. It's all right, don't worry about them being upside down. And that one is too. Okay, Tony, would you left or right? Left, okay. I wonder if it'll come up, is my left what you see as the left? Yeah, because I know when you're looking at the screen in ordinary, we'll say, in camera, it doesn't come up. It comes up in the opposite. My grandson is sneaking out now. I'll get talk to you later. No. Isn't it the joys of family? You know, where you have grandkids. It keeps you on the ball. There's two boys here, and no, I shouldn't have looked at them. I don't want to be looking at them. Yeah, they keep me in touch with life. Now, I'm going to pick the cards and I'm going to go here. Oh, I love this one for you, Tony. Inspirations. Look at that. Inspirations. Fire. Fire in the belly. Isn't that right? Because you have, I think, one of the things I would say about when it comes to the fire card, it's like, I want to do things. It's literally, it's about, I'm able to, I have the ability to do it. Just all you need to do is own that energy, because if you, it's like if you put water in a kettle and put it on and hold the lid that can't get the steam out. It's like, I'm in there. I want to be, I'm sinking down here again. I want to get the energy. I want to get the energy out. And, you know, like you see this, dreams, everything I can dream of. And that's a very, very poignant card for you, Tony. Because I know from what you've been online before, and it's something that you actually have the ability, but to tap into that that energy, because this little girl She's there, and fire is a very positive thing. It's a very it provides heat for us. It provides everything that we need to keep ourselves alive. We need to have that heat. We don't need an excess of it. We don't need to have too much of it, because if you've seen it in your own environment, how wild the fire can be but when it's tapped, or that's the wrong word, when you tap into the energy of it. There is one of the things that's coming through now, just with to do with this, is that along the way, it was like something that stopped you from taking the step forward. That's let that go. It's all of this work is more or less treated as if it's how would I put it? It's poo-fooed in the sense that people say, oh, that's rubbish, that's this, that and the other. Don't worry about what people say. The Spirit doesn't choose fools. Believe me, you have the ability to do what they want you to do, because they wouldn't say to you, do this or go here, or they wouldn't. And I just wish that, because there's a lovely healing energy that's coming from you, and that healing energy is something so precious that within that healing energy, your mediumship will actually get stronger and stronger. So it's all to do with feeling in here that you're on the right path, that this is about you, this is about your journey to enlightenment and to the strength that's there for you. So don't allow something that happened in the past to stop you in the future. I'm aware of time, because there is another show coming on just after us here. I'll just read this to you, and with it I'll be saying good night. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of the universe. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking, so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are born to make manifest the power of the universe that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. The author is Marianne Williamson. And I leave you with that. If you sit for a little while and just think of that, think of what it actually is to be that, have that power within you, and to let it manifest, because that is the beauty of the soul and the spirit. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you this time next week, same place, same time. All right, lovely being with you this evening, and thank you all for working with me. I know a bit frustrating, and hopefully we'll be able to manage that in weeks ahead. All right, take care now. Bye-bye.